What up? It's your boy Cusco Jones. I'm here with my homeboy TravionTraxx, and once again, for the 10th episode, we gonna give it to you straight like that.
Straight like that. Hey.
First and foremost, let me jump off by saying thank y'all for riding with us. These whole 10 episodes, man, it mean a lot to me and my boy. You know, we've been on 1,000 journeys together, and this is a final journey that we both agree and enjoy and love and like, and gonna continue this shit. So thank y'all for the likes and the subscribers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All of that times two.
Yeah,
man. So before we get too far into this, I want to address. You know, we've been talking about we were gonna bring a guest on for episode 10, due to a unfortunate string of events. We'll call it that. Things just didn't work out. We had somebody in mind, and it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna make it happen though. It is coming. it may be the very next episode.
Yes.
But sorry to hype all that up, and then here we are, and it's not happening. But
with that being said, it will be coming.
It is. So we do this every episode.
Brought to you by Pinpoint. Get how you live.
Yeah. So with that being said, that will be our guest. We'll go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Michael Spencer.
And we planning on doing something special with him. That's what's gonna prolong it for a little second. We got something.
Don't tell him that part. All right.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to, because our guy here is an entrepreneur of sorts. You know, he's taking a couple business endeavors himself. So I think we're going to be able to potentially preview one of those business endeavors.
Yes.
We'll say something like that.
Yes, most definitely. So be looking forward to that. And once again, we want to thank all our subscribers out there that rocking with us and straight like that.
Yeah.
Hey, with that being said, let's jump on into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Do we owe Nate Robinson an apology?
Do we owe Nate Robinson an apology?
I guess if anything, we owe Jake Paul an apology.
Yes, I guess I would start off, and I would say that I will not apologize, but I will say that I am mind blown, because I was one. For the record, I think if you look back in the episodes, I was going for Nate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I thought he had a great chance at proving something. And from what I witnessed, he was led the wrong path. And I don't want to blame it all on him, but some of it he has to carry that weight for, because I'm gonna make it real quick and brief. First off, you come off explosive with no shield. Any and everybody that knows boxing, that ain't a boxer, that knows boxing, even with fighting or whatever, if you're going in like that, you gotta have a game plan with that. You going in and knock that motherfucker out, you about to land something. Other than that, if you're prepared for something like this event, you know not to go in attack mode. Be prepared. Somebody didn't tell him to be prepared, because he got caught with my eyes some wild ones.
So let me say this. I too am on that same episode, saying that I think it's going to be easy money for Nate Robinson. So I too was right there. And one, I would say lack of knowledge about Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Because, everybody just knows him as the YouTube kid.
Yeah.
So, which in that episode, you can play it back, it shows that Rich Dollar pointed out that he had 200 plus collegiate wrestling wins. And he is an athlete, and we just weren't aware. And I think a big part of that is why Nate did what he did. But also, like you said, man, it's how many months did he have to train for this? So he had a reasonable amount of time, right? Nate Robinson.
He had a reasonable amount of time to come out better than he did.
And I just feel like the whole time, whatever was happening in that training, like nobody prepared Nate for when Jake started swinging at him. It's like he never even thought that Nate was gonna come back at him or something. You know what I mean? Like
the
I
first
don't know.
first wild punch that he threw, it was more like okay, he's wild, kind of like from Jake's point of view, like, all right, this nigga, he's not saying he called him a nigga, but saying like this guy coming in uneducated.
Yeah, just
so like earlier,
willy nilly.
Yeah, earlier when we was prepping up for the show, I was looking at somebody was talking about the video again, and I looked at the video from a different angle in the slower speed. He hit the guy with 3 combos.
Nate did.
Jake did. He hit him in the head, hit him right here. Then the third one put him down. And it's like, okay, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he boxes for real.
Yeah, like he was really like, you know, he was trained. You could see the training was better and more experience. We can't sit here and deny and act like Nate came in here with experience and all that. The boy had no experience. I ain't gonna say the boy. The guy had no experience, and he was trained improperly, and it caused him to get, which Nate's still my boy. Like, I give him credit for stepping in the ring, you know what I'm saying? He really wasn't talking smack. It wasn't like he was talking shit.
Who?
Nate. The whole, you know what I'm saying?
You're so wrong.
Was he? I didn't really see it much.
They were both talking Cash Money.
Oh, okay.
They were both talking.
Okay.
But I will say, dude, your little reaction video that you captured, of like when it all happened, you know what I mean? No, he's gone. That shit is hilarious.
Thank you, man.
I found myself going back to that, and I get a good fucking laugh.
I tried, man. It was crazy, and like I believe
you can hear the shock in your voice. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't believe that that's how that ended. At all.
Like, bro, Snoop was saying literally what everybody in their mind was thinking when he shot out the gate. When he shot out.
Yeah.
Come on, slow down, Nate. Come on, wait. Where's the defense? Now you gotta look at your first knockout. Boom. See, that's what you get. Come.
You don't play boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So with that being said, man, I give homage to Nate for stepping in the ring. Jake, hey, you proved me wrong. But let me just throw this out there. Just because you knocked Nate Robinson out, that don't mean you go reach it. Now, I've been seeing through my social media you calling my boy Kanye out.
Why Kanye?
Yeah.
Why Kanye?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He said you man enough to run for president, you man enough to step in the ring with me, was his quote that I seen on my thing. I've yet to heard of any response or anything, but
Kanye's not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, you cool, you knocked him out. Along with that, Jake, it was an interview that Jayla Harris, I think that's her name, or Jamila something.
Jamel Hill.
Jamel Hill, that's her name.
The analyst or the reporter.
The reporter lady. Yeah. Sorry.
Covers NBA basketball all the fucking time. Jamel Hill. You know what?
No, it's a female.
Yeah.
Okay.
She covers sports, like only sports, right?
We might be talking about two different people.
Younger black lady.
Maybe. She had did an interview with Jake not too long ago and asked him if he felt what he did. So we're talking about
was racist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. I knew she was an analyst, but I didn't know what.
I didn't mean to say analyst. I didn't. You know, she's a reporter.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. Like, I knew she reported, but I didn't know what she reported of because mostly I see her doing good.
Yeah, I've always seen her ask good questions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? I've seen, I believe LeBron James and other big name basketball players say like they like when she's there to ask the question.
Oh, okay.
She asks good, friendly questions. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what caught me with that situation was like, I don't know, you should have known better than to try to play that one here. You know what I mean? Like
that was stupid. That's why I said that with him, with that, with that interview, and then him, I don't know if he said that before or after the interview, but it's like, okay, you knocked out Nate, congratulations. But we all know Nate wasn't trained properly. Like, and then everybody know you got lucky. Don't go reaching.
Yeah.
You're like, come on now, don't do that. And then
is the one with LeBron true, where he supposedly tweeted him and was like, "Let's see who the real king of Ohio."
Yeah,
is.
like all that flows into with this Kanye.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's why I'm going with this. He's reaching now, cause I seen that LeBron one, which was like a tweet or something, but I don't know if it like.
How serious it is.
Yeah, and then I seen another tweet where he said, you know what I'm saying? They were saying, he says, you big enough for running for president, you could be big enough to get in the ring with me. And this is after the brother this is after Floyd accept the brother. We're going to get to that real quick because I'm about done with the Jake. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, you know, congratulations, Jake, Nate, what's up? Next time.
Before we end on that one, I want to point out, Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Lovely. But he got on with Shannon Sharp, I believe it was.
Okay.
On Club Shay Shay. And was saying how like he wants Nate to fight again. And you know, like Arenas was one of the only people on social media that was kind of sticking up for Nate when everybody was clowning the next day. You know what I mean? He commented like this big heartfelt message to him or whatever on one of his posts.
Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
So, and like, you know, I just feel like there was a really good point made where Gilbert was talking about, you know, what does a champion do?
Yeah.
If they lose.
Which he responded well.
Right. But like, so, Shannon was saying like, he don't think Nate should fight again. You know, he don't, hell no, he shouldn't do that again. And Gilbert was like, well, just because he's fighting doesn't mean he has to fight Jake Paul again. Like, go in there and get somebody that's more on your speed after you get some more training under you, and then, like, call it quits once you have something that's more reasonable for you. Don't just call it quits because you bit off way more than you could chew the first time.
What you think, though?
I think that's great because, like,
So you think he should redeem himself or redeem somebody in your own caliber? But I believe that his caliber with Jake was okay. He just should have been.
I mean, we've seen that it wasn't. Jake looked like a boxer out there. Nate did not. You know what I mean? Like, so I think if Nate has that in his spirit, then that'd be a great move. I think that was really well said on Arenas' part.
That's crazy.
You know?
Yeah. And with that being said, now the brother's going out to Floyd. Floyd accepted.
Yeah.
February.
What do you think about that, man?
With you, for one, know that I really ain't a big Floyd fan.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's obvious that I'm going to be like, whoever's against him, please knock him out. But I don't know this Logan.
Yeah.
But with this date set for it, that's longer down the line, it gives me a chance to pick up on this guy. And he's going to go in there with the same ambitions as everybody else that went in there with the going against Floyd, want to knock this man out. Which you can see in a lot of his social media lately. He's saying he's going to knock him out. Other day
No,
he posted.
he didn't say he was going to. He said it was very possible to do. Because, I mean, if you think about it, Floyd is 5'8". I think Logan Paul is like 6'2". Floyd weighs 150. Logan, I'm pretty sure, is right at 200. So Logan has had fights as well. You know what I mean? He's not just nobody, I guess. You know what I mean? I think he knows what he's doing. So what he's saying is, like, if he is able to connect with a good one, or a series of good ones, like, it's absolutely possible.
No, it ain't.
Yes,
Not with the way that guy is. It sucks to say this because, like I said, I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan. So I care less about what he does. But I do know Floyd as the boxing athlete. And I'm going to jump out into the future and say that Logan will not land that one-hitter quitter. on Floyd Mayweather just because of the training and the way and the style that Floyd plays is the reason why he's undefeated now.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why I always call him a cheater. And I will always say, in my eyes, he's won by scorecards, never by the talent of the sport. And if I break it down, defense is the main thing in boxing. You don't want to get hit. That is the concept of it. But, like, it's the style of it, I guess.
It's just boring to watch. That's the only thing you're mad at.
Maybe you're right. To sum it all up in the eggshell, maybe that's what it is about me and Floyd. He doesn't put that entertainment in the boxing that I enjoy.
Yeah, but it's still the smart thing.
He's like the fundamentals.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he's like, that's what I was about to say it, but I didn't want to put it together because I wanted to make sure. But he's like the Tim Duncan of boxing. He's the fundamental. Like, dude, come on now, spice it up a little bit. The fundamentals got you this far. Now it's time to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? That goes back. That goes into, we skipped the whole part right here. We skipped the whole part right here because I'm about to draw into this. Roy said it.
Got you this far. Now it's time to switch it up.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Not when you're 50 and 0.
Yes. If you this so-called bad guy, if you this so-called
got you to 50 and 0,
if you this so-called bad guy, switch it up. Then let them niggas know what else you can do. Everybody else know you as a defense and letting the punch come up off your shoulder, but let them know that you can give that 35% defense and give them that motherfucking bah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
You want him to just let off.
Let off. Don't do it the fundamental way and wait for you. You kick your ass with a couple of good little hit punches and I got thrown like 190, but I landed them. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I didn't knock them out, but I got some good landing points and shit. I got them on the landing.
I understand what you're saying, but you can't discredit it. You know what I mean? It's not the most fun to watch. I'll give you that. It's nowhere close. It's nowhere close to the most fun to watch, but. In all reality,
it is what it is.
It's the smart thing to do.
And it got him this far, right? That's what don't make sense.
It makes perfect sense. Do what you're supposed to do, and the right things happen.
Like, I'm not saying Floyd Mayweather is wrong for loving.
I don't know anything about him off.
Like, I'm not saying Floyd Mayweather is not wrong for is wanting his respect due in his weight class, in his caliber, in his lane. He's undefeated, and he's the king of that. I understand. That's how he thinks. That's what's up. But you got some other people, like Roy said it when he done his talking before their match. He said, people calling me crazy and this and that for stepping in the ring with Mike Tyson. Are you afraid of his punches? And he broke it down. You seen it where he broke it down. Hey, I was this once, and I did this, and I did this. In boxing, that's what we made to do. We made to prove people wrong and test ourselves in our own this and that.
And for the opportunity, like, as a boxer, somebody that
give you that opportunity, you go.
You give anybody from that area the chance to fight Mike Tyson. Like, that's what they wanted to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and he said all that, and he added the era I come from in boxing. That's what made, and that shot me like, that's what makes me not really like Floyd. I understand. I'm not discrediting what he did and what records he broke. But all I'm saying is, as a kid growing up in the boxing that I watch, the people I like tested they gangsters. They was like, well, shit, I done proved this. Mm-hmm. So now I'm finna go take over this. He didn't do that.
Roy Jones was probably my favorite growing up. And he switched a couple different times. Switched classes.
And that rolls all into this match now. Like, there's plenty other people that's been wanting to bust your head wide open. And you don't respond to none of that. And then out of nowhere, you finna come back with an exhibition match with Logan.
Is this in that same league?
Is what they were doing? Probably. Like, cool. This probably going to, now that we know this is set, no telling who the other undercards are now. You know what I'm saying? Evander Holyfield said he's slick, semi-ready for his rematch.
With Mike.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So it might be another one like we seen this past time. But Stephen A. earlier, you remember when we was watching the Stephen A. one a little bit, and he was telling Mike, like, you had plenty of other people wanting to fight you, and you didn't want them, or you didn't say anything to them, but you're finna fight. Like, what are we gonna expect to see? Like,
I don't remember seeing that.
oh, yeah, you was on the phone with your lady, so you probably missed that part. But that's what he was saying earlier, though. And that's kind of how I feel, man. It's like, I'm like, damn. I would rather you see go against Manny again.
Who? Floyd?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Steven was saying that about Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get that. But I mean, how old is Floyd? Like 43?
I think he's up there.
So, I mean, like, again, it's not the most exciting thing. Obviously, the boxing fans of the world want to see him go against Pacquiao or another big name of his caliber. But, like, if he can get good-ass money for fighting somebody that's not as vetted.
That's what I mean.
Like, why would you not? Especially now that he's older. Like, if you give...
But,
you know
like for example, the Roy and the Tyson, that's a fight night match. We playing on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like what Stephen A. was saying. Like, let us see you fight somebody that's a challenge. Like, everybody that you done fought, 9 out of 10, you knew you was finna whoop their ass. You know what I'm saying? But this time, you know, you've been having a couple of people come at you and you like, blah, 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 but you know what I'm saying? What really challenge are we getting out of you fighting this guy? Like, what are you challenging yourself to? You really are chasing the bag. You're chasing the bag.
I don't see the problem with that.
You know, okay. All right. Entertainment is what it is, huh?
Money's what it is.
Entertainment and money is what it
Floyd's
is.
not a very well-educated man, you know what I mean? But one thing he seemed to become very skilled at is, or I guess two things, is boxing and making money. And hey, it's a craft, whatever it is, it seems to work for him. So
Yeah, well,
I'm not mad
two
at
those
him for
to
it.
you.
I'm not mad at
Floyd.
him for it. You know, and I feel like business-wise, I would make that same decision. You know what I mean? If I'm 40-something and I've been boxing professionally for 20-plus years, and now I could possibly get a couple million to fight this guy that's only had a couple real fights.
And as a YouTuber.
But, like, I don't know, man. I think there is a real chance that Floyd could get caught with a couple. Because, like, this... Like, all right, Conor McGregor was the last fight I know of Floyd Mayweather's. And, like, Conor was a real fighter, but not a real boxer. You know what I mean? Didn't have any professional boxing fights.
Okay.
That I know of. I could be wrong there. But Logan has. And Logan is much bigger. 50 pounds more. 50 pounds more and 6 inches taller.
So you don't see Floyd putting on 50?
Hell no. He ain't gonna put on that much. He might put on some, but that just works for him because he's not gonna be his. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea what. I don't want to call this one just because it's been proven throughout our episodes. The last several things I've called, I've been completely wrong.
All right, well, let me rewind. Was you satisfied or dissatisfied with the Roy and the Tyson fight?
I liked it. Especially after seeing Nate get fucking put out cold. Like, I didn't want to see Mike Tyson or Roy Jones Jr. go to sleep. You know what I mean? I didn't want to see it. But I do think that they still, like Roy was saying, like, those punches from Mike fucking hurt. Like, even if he's hitting you in the body, it fucking hurts. So, like, there were times where he wanted to quit, but, like, I feel like he still did what he could to finish the fight and not make it just a fucking clinch fest. So at that age and all that, I was cool with it. But I will say this. I'll say this. I loved the event because of the undercard with Nate. Like the build up for that, I was excited to see him fight. But also like the fucking music performances in and out. Wiz Khalifa, YG, St. John. Like, yo, that was fucking hard. I like that aspect of it.
It was pretty dope, man. It was pretty dope and entertaining, man.
Yeah, so I've never seen, you know what I mean, a UFC fight that had a live fucking performance like that at it. Much less 5 or 6 of them that are completely different artists.
You need.
I thought that, and hey, if you remember the 2 undercards of the boxers, the people that like I had never heard of, they was fighting they motherfucking ass off.
Yeah, that was a really good fight. That was a good start.
You know what I mean? I like the quick rounds because it doesn't give enough time to really just be dancing around, not doing much. Like, I actually really enjoyed the event. I think they're on something with it.
Yeah, me too. Hey, that might be an answer with this Floyd and Logan. Yeah, no telling what we're gonna be looking forward to.
I was kind of weird, like, because who was it? It was Triller hosted it, right? And I had never seen anything ever hosted by Triller, so I was kind of weary of it when I seen it. But once it got going, shit, dude.
Hell yeah, I enjoyed it, man. Rock on, rock on. Let me call you an Uber real quick. So, is the rap game dangerous? And with that being said, you know, RP King Von, you know, RP FPG Dub, Mo, RP. There was another artist that was slang. I'm not sure his name, but and then there's another one that just recently got shot. I don't know. I'm too familiar with his name either.
Boosie got shot.
Boosie got shot.
He did get shot.
Boosie got shot.
Maybe the Stallion got shot.
Whatever. That girl shot the boyfriend supposedly in the head. She just posted her bail.
I seen that.
Alrighty. And the kind of another hit kick puncher for me. G Herbo gets arrested for fraud. Casanova gets arrested for racketeering. The same kind of charges Tekashi 6ix9ine got charged with. Similar charges. I'm not going to say same, similar. Is it a coincidence that in the Tekashi 6ix9ine case, Casanova was mentioned in one of them with the little shooting at the little incident, whatever happened? Is it a coincidence that now he's in there for that shit, man? And I know I'm hitting you with all these questions real fast. Sorry. Is the sun bright? Or will the moon shine at night?
What?
For Casanova. Like, meaning, will it be? Is it looking like he's gonna be all right? You know what I'm saying? Or is it looking like it's gonna be some long nights?
It's definitely gonna be some long nights. Just because, like, it wasn't just him, right? It was something like 18 others.
Yeah.
And, like, so that means there's some kind of huge fucking investigation going on. That means nothing's gonna happen very fast.
And supposedly his girlfriend's best friend is cooperating. Supposedly. I've read that along with the Casanova situation.
So
yeah, he had this going on with it.
To answer your first question, is the rap game dangerous?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
First, like, with my answer, I can't come from personal experience because I've never had a real rap career.
Let's go.
But I will say,
let's go deeper in rap. Let's go deeper in rap. Let me open you up real quick because you just fucked up when you said you can't answer it coming from.
No, I'm not answering from a first person perspective. I'm answering from the outside looking in. Okay, is what I'm saying, and my answer is absolutely, it's dangerous in so many ways. The business side of it's fucking dumb, scary, but then the lifestyle is a big determining factor though, like because
You have had that experience firsthand, but not that dangerous though.
not to like no real credibility. So, but like what I'm saying is like, okay, we have all these people you just named, right? But like, it's because like, if you're gonna rap about all these things, like gang activity, violence, selling dope, whatever the fuck, like, you probably shouldn't actually actively be doing it if you're getting money off your music talking about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it talking about how you used to do it, but if like you're still actively if you're literally in the streets like shooting at people and like shooting people, like you probably shouldn't be like on the billboards with songs talking about shooting people. You know what I'm saying? If you're really out here like moving fucking bricks and fucking hella fucking weight of whatever, you probably shouldn't be on the billboards.
Then what should you rap about then? If you was
like,
doing it.
My thing is like, if like you're on the billboards and shit, there's no need to even be. I don't know. Again, this is from the outside looking in, and but like, so I can't speak too much on other people's lifestyle, but I'm just saying like, as an overall danger aspect, like you don't really worry about Jack Harlow getting into no like.
You could be.
Hey, but you don't think about it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really worry about like Kid Cudi getting. You know what I mean?
But would you say them too? Would you say them too? Would you label them under rap? That's hip hop. Would you specifically label them under rap? Like when I say,
they're definitely rappers.
Yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is like speaking. You say you speaking outside looking in.
Right. What I was getting at is like, you attract the energy you put out, right?
Right.
So like, if you're.
That's why I say you can put them because they ain't. We know
Future talks about like that. Shit like that.
Well, he talk more about drugs and females.
But
he talk about the streets.
But like, it's hard to give an example because you don't know who people really are and what they really do. But like, you haven't actually seen him get caught up with all these things that he's talking about.
Yeah, that also comes with move differently.
So like, that's, I guess, like, you attract the energy you put out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the game is absolutely dangerous. So
on
more than one aspect.
All right, so with your inside look, with your outside looking in, rap game dangerous. Talk about the inside looking in, and I'm gonna draw you back a little bit, cause you said outside meaning you ain't looking at it from an artist's point of view. You're looking at it towards a fan point of view, right?
Not necessarily. Well, like kind of both, but what I was getting at is like I've never been to a
because
point
you had
where, like I had like a rap beef, or I even had like songs that people knew. Like I didn't. At no point was I living my life as a rapper, making my money as a rapper, making. So that's what I meant. Like I didn't have a rap career. I wasn't out here doing shows. I wasn't out here. You know what I mean? Like yes, I made music. I still make music, but I don't like pursue a rap career. I haven't in a long time, and like when I did, I was on some kid shit, not understanding the metrics of the shit. So I was just really saying like I can't speak on personal experience because I could be somebody that, or I could have been one of those ones that like maybe I did get a little buzz and then somebody starts beef with me. You know what I mean? Then I gotta.
So you never had a beef in your career of music though?
Not no music beef, no. No, like.
But you've had some music problems though. Some setbacks, a little upset moments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can speak from both calibers. Like, I really do think the rap game is dangerous. One of the reasons is because, like you were saying earlier, I wasn't living that. But I knew people that was living that. They kept me informed with that. You know what I'm saying? I even had friends that wouldn't allow me to participate in shit like that. Because I ain't a type of person like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, music used to be a key to a better life.
Put it like
Semi with a bunch of false stuff. But now it looking like it's two ways to success. Either sacrifice or, you know what I'm saying, get caught up in some kind of way.
Put it like this, Jack. Alright, you know how everybody kind of weary of like smartphones because they listen to you. You know, everybody kind of weary of any kind of cameras or whatever, right? So if you are a name that is known worldwide,
Yeah, what's up?
or even in a large area,
That's what I'm trying to do.
like New York, right?
Open you up. He was like this for a second.
So like, again, we all figure this shit is listening to us.
Yeah.
Right? On a very basic level. So, imagine me being a very well-known artist, right? Let's say I'm a rapper that has 2 or 3 big hits, you know what I mean?
Okay.
In all these songs I mentioned flipping something or
Take it out the package.
or,
Take it out the package.
you know what I mean?
Take it out
Or
the package.
in these songs I mentioned,
Let me add on to you.
busting shots.
Let me add on to you. Let me
So,
add
like,
on to you.
would you not expect the people in the biggest offices, they get paid to investigate people and crack crimes? Would you not expect them people to at least look into that man that's getting paid millions of dollars to talk about moving dope or flipping bricks or like shooting people?
Yeah, but
Would you not
you
expect
forgetting
these
some
people
points
that
though.
get paid for busting people like to at least look into it?
But you
Like,
missing
you
some
know
key
what I mean?
points though. You just said start out rapping about the trap killing people, but you've got to add you rapping about shit that you either seen or you ain't done. Most of them probably seen it or heard about it, but ain't physically done the shit. You add that with it. Then you said the success comes from that. You rapping about it, whatever. But then you got to throw in with the success, you going to different places. You meeting different people. You know, and you know different people's ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With all them spices thrown on this meal to make this meal special, would you fold or would you be strong? If you coming from that era, is what I'm saying. Like you said earlier, you know, what do you expect? You know, you rapping about this shit. Everybody I just said RIP to was doing what? They was rapping about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And either way for them artists was going to happen. Either they was going to randomly change their ways or it was going to end up in the ground because of the ways they was rapping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you said Kid Cudi and Jake, right?
Jack Harlow.
Yeah. Yeah, them are rappers.
Examples.
But you don't hear them rapping about... So, of course, spices are not going to be thrown around them because they're not talking about that shit.
Exactly.
That's why I say them are hip hop artists. Them not rappers. Now we talking about these rappers. NBA. You know of them, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean,
You fucks with him, you straight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not no super fan.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I dig in it a little bit. The way he going.
He puts a lot of bad energy out in the world.
Yeah, so what else would you gonna do? You gonna throw some spices on that shit.
And that's exactly like my whole overall point with what I was saying is like when you think of people dying and everything, it's the ones that choose to go down, and I can't even say choose. It's the ones that end up
Going by what
taking
like
and really,
speaking into existence
and really living the worst of these
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's so much pressure on people to like to please their peers and like.
Yeah, like that's
I
what
just
I'm
think
saying.
once
Like
people
I
get a certain amount of hype, like there's that pressure on them to be who they're talking about being and do things that are out of the ordinary, and you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
'cause,
I can speak I can speak inside and outside. When I first tried to be a rapper in 9th grade, you know what I'm saying? Doing the talent show in school, you got beefs. You know what I'm saying? When people hear about this rapper being pretty cool, this dude pretty good, dude. You like, no, you feel like you the best, and then you two meet up in the hallway, and you like, what you wanna do? You know what I'm saying?
you got a rap beef.
No, not right, Pete. But you know, like you get to them. I've got to them points, or you get pointed out, you get called out, you in the hallway. You like, hey boy, they go, so and so right there, he the best one too. And then before you get to run into that motherfucker, you gotta hear him and get to your class, like stuff like that. 9th grade, you know, kids. I was a kid there, but and then growing as older I got, moving into Dixon. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be an artist, you get little beefs. You know what I'm saying? So I can see what these people are talking about. These are artists on another different platform in different cities where they putting weapons involved. You know what I'm saying? That shit does get
Because
and spices do get added on to that.
This music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and what I'm trying to say is like with all that, I can understand how fucked up it can be, because you can see a different light in whatever journey you try to go into. You start seeing the goods and the bads in those journeys. And what I'm saying that when I was trying to be a rapper and an artist, I was seeing the good and the bad. The good was turning up, going to second, crashing these parties, rapping and shit like that. The bad was hanging out with this person. This other person don't like this person, but they rap. You know what I'm saying? God forbid this motherfucker make a song about me because I'm cool with this person. But the only reason I'm cool with this person is because, you know what I'm saying, it helps me out as an artist. I get turned up when I'm with this person. You know what I'm saying? This person brings out the best in me. You know what I'm saying? And then if them beefing, it causes you to be in the beef because you affiliations. You know what I'm saying? Everything causes or happens with either affiliations or direct contacts.
Okay.
And it's crazy, man. And it's sad that the rap game is coming dangerous like that. It used to be a good feeling. You get a good feeling out of this shit. Now you gotta, not only are you looking for that person's song, but you're looking for the subliminal messages of the beef that's in the person's song. Who the hell are he talking about today?
I feel like that ain't nothing new. I feel like that's been fucking roots.
It's more aggressive.
I feel like it's I feel like hip hop, rap, whatever you want to call it, is always at its
all-time high.
Not its all time. It's always had its underlying fucking like violence.
Yeah.
To a degree. Shit. Lost it again.
I try to believe it.
And I don't know, man.
It is dangerous.
It is.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. But it doesn't have to be, I feel like, dangerous to the point where like
you have to fear for your life.
It doesn't have to be that.
It shouldn't.
Like. But with me saying that, I can't just rule out the people that like come from a place where they have no choice but to live a certain kind of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by the time they are somebody, they're so deeply rooted in this thing. It's not like you can just cut everything off. So like I can't just say it's all the way one way because it's not.
Yeah.
So
it's just crazy.
It's something people got to open their minds to.
Open. And pay attention. And stay woke.
But you know, there are the success stories, you know, the people that were around the things and seen it firsthand, but were able to separate themselves.
Yeah.
And only tell the stories of what they seen, not what they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but we're close enough to be passionate about it.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can relate. Because at my time of doing rap and all that, you know what I'm saying? I had a similar situation with the King Bond.
But I didn't even know who the person was. I was enjoying myself, having a good time, and accidentally bumped into God 2 or 3 times. And that thing I know, I get sided, and like 2 or 3 niggas is hitting on me. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is duck, move, and get out the way. You know what I'm saying? That's survival skills when they're jumping, getting jumped. Tuck or get out the, you know what I'm saying? Avoid getting your face beat the hell up.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, and that came while I was trying to be a rapper. I wasn't a successful rapper. I wasn't a big rapper.
Came from some shit like that? Or it was just the lifestyle you was living?
Lifestyle I was trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to be one. You know, I'm not saying at that time I was successful doing shows, nothing like that, but I had my mindset on.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I had to be in this, if I wanted to be this
that
artist.
energy that you put out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and this was
Like,
just being a normal guy having a good time, and they attacked me because I bumped in them a couple of times accidentally, and I had on a red.
if you know,
So you know, I understand. Like
you
you
get on a
know,
song and you talk some shit, and that's what that song kind of gets some buzz.
yeah.
Then the people you meet and around you are liking you because you're good at talking shit. So now they expect you to talk shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it only just grows, no matter which
And
way
it's
it
crazy,
goes.
man. It's crazy. And you know, that's probably why I hung it up. I'm not in there. I'm not out there. I can't rap about the trap. That's what
You don't have to.
You right. You right.
You don't have to. Rap about, you know, just whatever you're feeling in that moment.
Yeah, it's just crazy that one of the things I love is starting to get just so crazy and dangerous, man. And it's like, I hope, you know, everybody get it together.
You know, there's so much good that comes from it.
Ain't it though?
It just sucks that like some people only see the bad.
And that's why earlier when I was
there's
telling
a lot
you
of bad,
spices,
there's a lot of things that could help change, you know, for the better. But like, it's just a reality at the end of the day.
yeah.
Certain people are forced into certain lifestyles, and
Like I honestly do
it just so
believe
happens
once
that
you,
those people sometimes tell the best stories. You know, what
I
I mean?
honestly
And,
do
like,
believe that when you cross over and become successful and do big and do all that, it either brings out the good desires of you or the bad desires of you. And with some artists, that's what it did. With the rich and the fame, it brought out their good desires and their bad desires. And
Well, I think for everybody it's gonna do both, but you just gotta find that balance, right?
Yeah.
Cause like I'm not gonna sit there and say like if I were to just fucking have a very large amount of money, I wouldn't buy some things that weren't necessarily good investments. So I'm like, you know, that's some bad in me, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. So it's however far you want to take it, man. It's all perspective.
yeah, it is. Like, crazy fact. Since we're talking about the dangerous rap and shit, I'm gonna throw some more spices in you. I'm talking like in a food
Yeah,
term.
let's say
for
you're
lately.
chefing it up tonight.
I don't know, but bear with me, America. I've been doing that,
Okay.
you know. But I'm gonna throw some more spices on this gourmet meal
Talk to
for
me,
episode 10.
Gordon Ramsay.
You know, we're talking about rap being dangerous. I mentioned Mo3 and all that and King Von. Well, you know, look it up later on, you know what I'm saying, to make sure I'm cool with this, is what I'm saying. But I've been looking and it's been trending on YouTube a lot. Because, you know, you got your... YouTube is a world by itself, if you know.
Facts,
Yeah,
facts.
facts. It's a world by itself, bro. And it's been blowing me crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, like, supposedly King Von and Mo3 went and spoke to tarot card ladies before any of this stuff happened to them. Just one of, like, crazy ventures they did. You know, whatever. I guess they into the type of shit like that. And so both of these ladies that they went to go see are 2 different ladies. Their spirits supposedly still been talking since they have left this earth. Bear with me. I know you're going down like, what the fuck are you finna get me into? But this is crazy shit that's going on out in the world. But like, so yeah, these 2 ladies been trending on YouTube. Because they've been claiming that they've been talking to King Von and Mo3 and all this stuff. And some of their stuff has been sus, and some of their stuff has been kind of like, okay, it might be on to something. So, you know me, I'm going to do my own investigation type of person. So I kept following and they kept following this. So I went and asked Mom Deuce. And you know, my mom Duke, she's a pastor, you know what I'm saying? So she hits me with a crazy fact that I didn't even know. She said because of what she is, they're kind of not allowed to get readings from people like that because you know, some people
it's
are
like
with
the dark arts.
yeah, like some people worship
magic, black magic. Whatever.
yeah, like witches and stuff like
witchcraft.
that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it had me fooled. It was like, damn. Because I've always been the type of person, like one day, I don't know. I've always been that person, like I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Cause I don't want them to read my future. You feel me?
I think it's a scam, honestly.
Like, I believe in some shit. I believe shit like that. That's what I'm getting to. I believe that shit like that. And both of these ladies been really talking about that. And I didn't know that Christian people,
Yeah,
really good Christian, really good Christian people really don't just mess with those people because those people like that. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing
It was always a crazy fact of mine.
You know, like the Ouija board thing?
Oh, yeah,
Same
most
thing
that goes all in there. I ain't with that, none of
I've
that
never
shit.
tried
I've
it.
always been that one to know not to mess with those spirits.
Yeah, I'm the
I do
same
believe
exact way.
spirits do still stand. And you know what I'm saying? And
But I
these
ain't
two
got no
ladies are
business
saying,
fucking with them. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And that's just me speaking from being born and raised into a Christian, being born and raised out of a Christian home. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I've always had suspicions in my own thoughts is you know, with that shit. Like, yeah, I believe, you know, once you leave, you start at a level, then you go up.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if you haven't found your way, you might be still roaming. And them the ones you don't want to mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in ghosts. I do. I do believe demons can take over you and all that shit. You know, crazy fact about me, America. If you don't know, now you know. I do believe in ghosts. I do not don't fuck with Ouija boards. You know what I'm saying?
You believe in aliens? Is that random?
Do I believe
I
in
just feel like
aliens?
that was coming next.
No, but I always have a great answer for that. I do believe that there's something out there, but we have yet to reach the technology to go see what it is. But I do believe there is something else out there.
Okay.
That's the whole thing with...
So, when I say, do you believe in aliens? The answer would be yes. For you.
No, it will be in between. That's why I said technology to get
You
there.
said
and
you
see.
think, yes, you think there's something out there, but the technology isn't.
Yeah. So that's me saying that
Like,
I wouldn't call it an
it's
alien. I
amazing.
call it something. I'm going to scratch the word alien.
I just say alien meaning another life form, not of this earth.
That's why I said it's something. I believe it's something out there.
Okay.
So I guess you're right. I really didn't answer that. I really didn't answer it. I kind of left it at a question mark.
You
but-
said no, but then you kind of explained it in a way that meant yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I do then. I guess I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess I do. But with all that being said, man, it's just crazy that you, like you were saying earlier, sometimes you don't know these artists like you think you know them. And that's two things that now coming out that nobody knew that these guys was involved in. And now these ladies.
Stuff like that's always kind of like questionable. You know what I mean?
And I've always got that in me when it comes to stuff like that. And that's why I do myself. I got that little smart book in the head that be like, nigga, you know this is dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dumb. Don't read that. Read this book. Go back and look at this book, not that book. You know what I'm saying? And the book I dabbed in, they might be on to something.
Okay.
There is real people out there like that mess with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They kind of stay to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Both of these ladies is standing on what they standing on that these boys talking about. Like for the Vaughn situation, the lady said he was talking to her and said it's still, this ain't done. Supposedly he said this ain't done. You know what I'm saying? He was
Hinting at things.
hinting that I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
You ain't got to.
I don't want to do
I
it.
don't know what you're about to say.
I don't want to do it.
You don't have to.
I don't want to do it.
I would have expected.
But he's saying that sacrificing. The lady saying that his spirit been saying he was sacrificed. It was all set up. Look at it. Don't be blind. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't over.
Yeah, that's why I don't know. I don't know. I can't call something like that. That's outside of my understanding. You know what I'm saying?
It is just crazy though, ain't it? It's mind blowing.
Yeah. Be wary of your sources.
Be wary of your sources.
I don't know if y'all noticed. We got this new hoodie, Ginger Seed Gallery. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother JD.
Straight up.
Please follow them at
On Instagram.
at I am JD or whatever. The Ginger Seed Art Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these guys make the dopest shit.
Amazing. They are amazing.
Dopest shit, bro.
And I'm gonna jump out there and say they could just about make anything.
Dude.
Anything.
Yeah, man. But that's my brother, man. Huge support to you, man. Love everything you do. I appreciate all the game you give. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, dog. But so let's jump back into it, cuz. Can I ask you a question?
Appreciate it. What is it?
You might be mad at me. This might be sensitive because I know you like this guy, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fan of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk to me a little bit about Kyrie Irving?
Okay.
We're gonna switch it up, jump into the basketball. You know we love basketball, man. This is one of our favorite topics. So
Okay.
there's been a lot of hate thrown at Kyrie over the past several years, and I feel like here it is again.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try my best with this. So bear with me.
Talk to me. That's gonna be my new catchphrase. Talk to me.
I don't blame him.
Okay.
And I like the fact that players with his standards and where he's at as an athlete, that they're being honest. You know what I'm saying? With or without the likings of anybody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've always liked about Kyrie. And he spoke his mind. You know what I'm saying? The years he was with LeBron, he felt like it was overshadowing his talent. And y'all were looking past his talent because he was with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And hey, he wants to, you know what I'm saying, show his full potential. And he's a good athlete. I think do that shit.
I really
You feel me?
I agree with what you're saying 100%.
And then when it comes to not want to talk to reporters and all that stuff, hey,
I get it.
I don't blame him because some of them will set you up. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's tried to talk to them. And the questions they ask. And
you got to think, like, these reporters are there at every practice.
Yeah.
At every fucking event. At the end of every loss. You know what I mean? And, like, a person of Kyrie's stature, like, you know they get asked the same question 12 times a day. You know what I mean? It gets to a point where, like, me being who I am and the way, like, I interact with people, I could absolutely understand getting to that point to where it's like, I'm fucking done talking to y'all. Like, I'm sick of this. But at the same time, you've got to understand, like, he has a contract. He has an agreement. Yeah. And that's part of it, unfortunately. But I mean, I guess he just ready to talk to them. He's ready to talk to them. Or maybe he's ready to talk to them when they got actually some serious questions. I don't know, man. But I mean, I'm a ride with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever he decides to do, I'm going to do it with him like I'm right there beside him. Like he's been caught up a couple times. I've noticed that. Like I threw that, what Kyrie said, and let the world know how he really feels about LeBron is how I jokingly say and clown around with how LeBron is as a character. Around y'all and my friends. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie was fortunate enough to be the goodest athlete to step away from that stuff and still have a good career. Y'all just bashing him for him talking. You know what I'm saying? And the things that's coming out of his mouth.
And his injuries, yeah, okay.
And I
But,
agree
like,
with what you're saying, like with what, like with him being a big name and actually having the nuts to like be honest with how he
Yeah.
felt. But I also think that there's a part of him that regrets the LeBron thing.
no, I really don't. And that's crazy for me to say that, which I should be, because I just sit there and said how he's a good guy and just being honest. But I really, when it comes to him, I think everything that he says pertaining to LeBron, that man means. And he ain't taking it back. Because since he said that about, the first thing he said about LeBron, look what he done said now.
Yeah, still saying some shit.
Yeah. And then with LeBron's response to that, I'm still like, yeah, man, that's what you saying, but come on now, your actions and your energy. A minute ago when we had this conversation, I said it might not be him, it might be the energy that he brings that causes a person's where they came from to change. Because of his energy and what you are expected of because you're affiliated with this guy.
Now that we're on this topic, have you seen Iman Shummpert on 85 South Show?
I looked at a little bit of it.
It's so crazy to me. Please watch it. Because Iman breaks down what you've always said about Iman.
I'm telling you.
I was watching and it was like, Cusco's always said this.
I told you,
Like,
man.
it's so cool to hear him talk about it with DC and them. Dude.
I'm
Like,
telling you, man. I'm
really
telling you. You a fan of it, just like I'm a fan of it. So you looked at all key points of anything that you love. Do you know what I'm saying? And at that time, it was a big, huge conversation about JR and Iman going to Cleveland to help LeBron because they were two good explosive players. You know what I'm saying? It like they both had good explosive building careers where they was at before they came to LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You be seeing it constantly on internet right now.
The thing is though, like with Iman, like he even admitted like Slick the same thing with Melo, like because when he got drafted, he was at a point guard, even though he was 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah,
and like they didn't do so well or whatever his first year, but then like push come to shove, Melo was the guy. Everybody knew Melo was the guy on the team, so like he knew, like in the big moments, it was on Melo.
yeah.
He had to like he said the coaches were like, hey man.
Yeah, he played that middle part.
It's just not your turn yet.
He played that.
And then he went to Cleveland, and coaches were like, "Hey, it's Ron. It's just not. You got to wait your turn." You know what I mean? And then
No, it wasn't. You got to wait your turn. It's like, no, LeBron wants you to play like this. That's what it was. I'm gonna be rude. I'm gonna be a double advocate and say that's how it was.
He broke it down more of like a. He's capable of so much more.
In a political way. I'm going to be the devil's advocate.
He's capable of so much more, but when you have LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love on the team, like you know that they're going to get 50 shots for themselves, right? Not each, but 50 shots. So that leaves 10 shots for him and JR. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm going to play the devil. I'm going to be the raw, uncut on the shoulder. The man really wanted to say, yeah, you're over here now playing with LeBron. I know you playing with Carmelo. Carmelo was cool, but the way you was playing to help y'all the offense off, boom, that's what's up. But you're over here with LeBron. Now LeBron wants you to play like this. Mm-hmm. LeBron wants you to pause on your explosiveness on the offense, and he wants you to step up what you did on defense. You did both well, but he think you got the good mindset to lock this player down.
Which he did. But he also talks about during that time, for a year and a half, he dealt with a like it was, I don't know if it was a meniscus or something that like he was injured as fuck, but he didn't realize it. He thought it was just like after pain from a different surgery. And he said even like on the X-rays, the doctors thought it was like scarring from a different surgery and shit. So he lost some of it for a second. Like he said, he'd go to attack and his leg wasn't. And you giving him the boost to, so he'd have to
like let's go conspiracy theory. I'm gonna go conspiracy theory with you right now.
You've been on conspiracy theory a lot lately.
Let me go conspiracy theory on you real quick. All right, I just said at that time when they was going to Cleveland, they was both some explosive players. Okay, they get there, like I said, and they, they be like, LeBron wants you to play like this. Okay, you got two of them, JR and Iman. Iman's like, all right, I'm gonna try it out. If it don't work, I'm gonna go back to doing me. This is the season of them all together. JR, like, all right, whatever it takes. I'm playing with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Chemistry builds. LeBron's got to get affiliated with both of these guys because he asked for them. But he builds up a better experience with JR.
A better rapport, if you will.
Yeah, because he listens. The other one wanted to listen for a second, and then I was like, all right, man, you being hard-headed. You were doing just fine, and I see you still put your little flair in. I don't want you to put your flair in. I want you to play like this.
Do you think after how all that transpired, that was the right decision, picking JR over Iman?
Yeah, because where is he at now?
He didn't really get a chance again, huh?
But where is he at now?
All right, but then also, you look at how, all right, you said JR listened. JR became notorious for chucking up bad shots. And he had the infamous last second fucking instead of sacrifices. You ain't who you are. What?
You ain't who you are. You ain't who we thought you was. You ain't that explosive guy we seen that we was talking about and we got highlights of. We got this guy that done got confused for some reason. You forgot who you was. And then you got the other guy that decided not to listen and where he at. Then you got the other guy that's in a bigger platform. This is a bigger star that said, all right, I'm going to listen for a second. And then they started to realize that, wait a minute, this is starting to change who I am as an athlete. I need to hear him get away from this. And he left and spoke about it. And he's being crucified.
You're right.
You feel me? It's crazy. That's why I said, like, it's crazy. Like I'm cool with Kyrie. And what's crazy, earlier I was like, he got Durant. You know what I'm saying? Being woke, if you could say. Being woke in the NBA. Let's say it like that. Being woke in the NBA. I'm not saying LeBron is in some kind of, like, cult or whatever. I'm just saying, like, things are starting to line up. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to athletes and playing with LeBron, it's starting to line up. You get to, sometimes you'll get a good result out of it, and sometimes you'll get a bad result out of it.
Yeah, like I'm the guy that's always against the number one guy. I feel like I'm definitely guilty of not giving LeBron his roses for most of his career. You know what I mean? It wasn't until, honestly, I seen him in the purple and gold that I was like starting to warm up to him. I always respected who he was off the court, but on the court I didn't have that same love and awe for him like everybody else does. But I respect the fuck out of him. I'll say that. But
it's about and with that being said,
it is about that time, man.
Thank y'all for joining in with us at another edition of the YHM.
Yeah, finish it.
YHMDY production / Straight Like That podcast brought to you by Pinpoint Media. And you got your boy Cusco Jones here with my homeboy TravionTraxx. And once again, we gave it to you straight like that.